আমাদের সাথে এখন উপস্থিত আছেন সিমটেক এর কো-ফাউন্ডার এবং সিইও আসিফ ভাই। আসিফ ভাই ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ নিউ ব্রান্সউইক থেকে ইলেকট্রিক্যাল এন্ড কম্পিউটার ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং এ অনার হায়ার স্টাডি কমপ্লিট করেছেন এবং এটা আসলে আমাদের জন্য গর্বের বিষয় যে উনি রিসেন্টলি এই বছর আটলান্টিক কানাডার টপ 50 সিইওস হিসেবে রিকগনাইজড হয়েছেন। আসিফ ভাইকে আমাদের মাঝে উপস্থিত থাকার জন্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। আমি ভাইকে অনুরোধ জানাবো আমাদের উদ্দেশ্যে কিছু কথা রাখার জন্য।
Thank you, Ashfaq. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Oh my God! Like first of all, I need to acknowledge I have never expected it at fun hobe. Like it's like bad for me that I didn't even know what I'm actually about to experience. So, mashallah, you have done amazing. Thanks everybody who organized it, and thanks for also inviting me to speak. Really, সত্যি বলতে like specifically Mono or Bappi, somebody actually made that video. That is amazing. আমাদের BCS এর একটা YouTube channel খোলা উচিত, like you guys are so creative. That's amazing, mashallah. So first of all, I guess I've been told to speak a little bit, so I'm not sure if I know everybody over here, but I must say next 10 minutes I wanted to talk a little bit about sense of belonging or entrepreneurship. So আমি সবকিছু বিষয়ে তো কথা বলা যাবে না, but I would like to invite you. I mean, what I'm about to say, I just wanted to purposely talk about this one to relate to you. কারণ আমিও এক সময় তোমাদের মতো international student ছিলাম. I came here. Somebody raised hand, by the way. Is there? Sorry, somebody raised hand. If anybody wants to say something, please let me know. So anyway, so I was gonna say, I wanted to make sure that next 10 minutes, whatever I talk about, I wanted to make sure that Tumra, you can relate to me because I was just like you once as an international student. So as Ashfaq said, my name is Asif Hasan. আমি কানাডাতে এসেছিলাম almost like 9 years ago. So the reason for coming to Canada were actually for two reasons. Actually, what inspired me to come here. One was I was very much involved in a lot of not-for-profit organization in Bangladesh, and আমার main ambition ছিল হচ্ছে কি বাংলাদেশের একটা sector আছে যেটা তোমরা সবাই হয়তো জানো, which is street kids. Like I didn't actually believe that there is a kind of human being can actually be categorized as street kids. Yeah, street animals, street things, and other things can still make sense, but I still don't agree with it. But human beings, who literally grow up and actually live their life on the street, really bothered me. So I opened up a lot of not-for-profit organization, and at the same time, I worked for many, and I tried to make some real change. So anyway, I couldn't, to be honest, because it's a systematic problem for Bangladesh to get out of that, whatever the category that I was saying. So I was looking for some sort of a first world country যেটাতে মনে করো social development infrastructure is so good that I could get inspired from, and then I bring back that to Bangladesh. That was my main reason, actually. So I felt like Canada is like that top level infrastructure, social development infrastructure place. You don't hear anything bad about it. So why not just travel to Canada and experience something over there? So that was number one. But of course, affordability hocche arekta second thing, because you can't just think of actually go to any country. Of course, mashallah, my dad actually always supported me for whatever I wanted to do, but it was quite expensive to actually just come here. So I started to apply for scholarship. So alhamdulillah, so my desire to kind of look for a better social development infrastructure plus scholarship brought me here with Allah's blessing. So I came here, as I said to you, probably beginning of 2013, and I came here to pursue my electrical and computer engineering. So just like any one of you, as you can imagine, every time when you come here, even though you have so much desire, অনেক কিছু করবো, একটা degree পাবো, job করবো, এই করবো, and when you actually bring a little bit extra pressure where I need to learn something and then give it back to my own community or my own country, I felt a little bit more pressure than anything. I'm not sure how many of you think like that. In fact, the cost that I was talking about, everything was like 60 times more. চাল কিনতে যাচ্ছি, ডাল কিনতে যাচ্ছি, like, oh my God, I'm calculating, okay, this is 60 times this. Like, how am I going to afford this, right? How am I going to do this? 4 বছর পড়াশোনা করব, কবে এই রিটার্ন অন ইনভেস্টমেন্ট পাবো? আমি যে X amount of dollar আমি ইউজ করে একটা সার্টিফিকেট পাবো, what's the value of that certificate? So that brought me a kind of a question that was really profound for me, which was, what can I do? Just it's not about the degree, তাই না? লাইক এখানে আমরা সবাই যারা আসছি, যারা কাজ করতেছি, যারা তোমার এডুকেশন নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করতেছি, ইটস নট অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট সার্টিফিকেট। কারণ এই সার্টিফিকেটটা যদি নিতেই হইতো তাহলে অনেক জায়গায় তো যাওয়া যেত। ওয়াই couldn't I even take it from other places, right? So it has to be much more beyond actually what I'm coming here for. So that brought me another sense of kind of a responsibility. I like to share that because that actually grew that entrepreneurship mindset to me. So towards my final year design, like when I was supposed to do an engineering project, every engineering student they have to do a 1 year long project. I felt like what, I cannot just take a project from previous year, pick it apart, and do a technical kind of a simulation. It has to be much more beyond that. It has to have a meaning. It has to have a purpose. So that actually made me inspired to do what I do. I co-founded a company called Simp Tek. Just to tell you all, আমি Simp Tek যেখানে শুরু করছিলাম যে প্রজেক্টটা নিয়ে, it has nothing to do what actually I started with to what I do today. So over the last 6 years, I have changed so much. Those who understand what entrepreneurship is, it's not about just coming up with an idea. It's executing an idea that makes a huge impact to the world, right? We don't just take risk, we manage risk. So I like to say that to all of you, whether it was about my business or my personal life. As I said to you, I needed to look for a purpose to do something meaningful or impactful. I feel like it is embedded to each one of you. তোমরা আজকে এখানে যারা আছো, if this is all about international students or at least Bangladeshi students living in here, I want to invite you to think beyond your certificate, beyond the degree that you're looking for. Find for your purpose. It may land you to entrepreneurship, just like I did. Yes, I co-founded a company. As I said to you, it has nothing to do about what I do. It is about the impact that I make. Even though, yes, I impact energy environment in Canada in global scale. Yes, I try to save electricity for many people. Yes, I do deal with a lot of other entrepreneurs. I try to kind of collaborate with them to make differences, but it's about me making an impact to my world. That's all it is about. So anyway, I can speak a lot about it, so I would invite you to kind of reach out to me if you want to know about entrepreneurship. But another thing that I want to talk about is that sense of belonging. So while I was doing entrepreneurship, which international student হিসেবে আসছি, yes, that all the pressure and meaningful impact made me decide to what I do, open up a company one after another. One thing that I recognized, wow, where do I belong? What I was about to do, I started to receive a lot of support from this ecosystem. It's amazing, mashallah. You are in New Brunswick. If you are right now, it's an amazing place to start, to grow, and even scale your business or anything that you want to do. I'm not sure about the job side of it. I personally never did any particular job here other than trolley teltam university te. And I used to work at the residence as a cleaner in St. John. But that wasn't a real job. So other than that, I never did any job outside. But what I must say, if you want to do a business, if you want to come up with an idea, this is an amazing place. But here's the thing. যখন I started to talk about it, I started to actually question, where do I belong? Like going back to, I wanted to take all these things to go back to Bangladesh. Little that I knew যে এটাই হচ্ছে আমার বাড়ি, এটাই হচ্ছে আমার একটা province হয়ে যাবে. And I started to feel that no matter where I'm from, what language do I speak, what kind of cultural background do I come from, I am a New Brunswicker. I made a deliberate choice to be in New Brunswick. Therefore, I'm a New Brunswicker. I should not be treated anything different. So I want to invite you to kind of think of it a little bit. Do not try to kind of blend into everything. Feel yourself that you're part of this ecosystem. You are nothing different than actually any other New Brunswicker who are born here. You made a choice to come here, so feel free to reach out whenever you need any help. It took me a long time to realize that that is a blessing. That the people over here really want to welcome you and they want you to grow. So therefore, the sense of belonging, I don't know how you define it. I feel I felt that in New Brunswick. Therefore, I chose to be a New Brunswicker. Little that I knew, again, I would be so much involved. When you get that sense of belonging, you start to give back to the community. So while আমি বাংলাদেশে কিছু কাজ করতেছি, আমি এখানেও like একটু অ্যাক্টিভ হওয়া শুরু করলাম. What I started to do is I started to get involved as a foster parent. আমি এবং আমার wife. Oh, by the way, just to let you all other know who don't know me much, I found my beautiful wife. She's from St. John. And then mashallah, like we both live now in Fredericton, but we love New Brunswick. And with a way of giving back, we become foster parent. And foster parent, basically, those who don't know, like we actually kind of take all the underprivileged and challenging, like I would say, kids in the province. We try to give them shelter and everything that is possible. They're worthy of love, but for some reason they are out of their family, so they needed a temporary placement. We give it to them. So anyway, the reason why I say that one, I also got involved in immigration for the city of Fredericton specifically. আগামী 5 বছরের যে immigration policy, I co-chaired that. And one of the things I want to tell you, all of the international students, one of the key things that I pushed into the agenda was they want to target 1,000 people to be immigrated to Fredericton. Say 1,000 এর মধ্যে 50%, what I recommended is like, why not retain the 500 of them as like who came out of it as an international student? কারণ তোমরা you're already integrated to the community, right? You already love this place. You're already doing some sort of a job. You know people by their names, restaurants that you go to. So it's fair for you to have that position if they're targeting 1,000 people to come bring them here as an immigrant. So anyway, so all this is to say, like when you start to really feel this is a place that you belong, things gets different. I don't want you to all think, even though your status is international student, but I want you to know, like I felt a huge difference when I started to accept the community. This is part of me. আমি এখানকার, আমি নিউ ব্রান্সউইকার. I still dream of বাংলাদেশ. আমি এখনো বাংলায় স্বপ্ন দেখি. এখনো তোমার ওয়েট করি যে তোমার বাংলাদেশি পার্টি যাতে হয়, যাতে just so that I could eat some good Bhabi's food and Bhaya's food. And of course, like today, you reminded me how I miss my international studentship as well. Awesome. But by the way, Zulkar, Monwar, like you guys showed your home and other video as well. I wasn't that clean. I don't know, you guys cleaned it for the sake of taking a video. It just completely reminded me of my international studentship, and I miss that. So anyway, as I said to you, I can't speak of everything today. I just wanted to tell you again, the sense of belonging is very important. You are a New Brunswicker if you chose to be here, and those who are actually trying to come here for whatever reason, you're stuck in Bangladesh right now. I welcome you to come here and experience how awesome this province is. It's very quiet. It's quite different than actually other provinces, but it's an amazing place. But at the same time, if you are also thinking of entrepreneurship, I highly encourage you to kind of reach out to me personally. I'm also mentorship kuri prochur company ke. I also employ some people. If you're in computer science department or doing some business development activities, feel free to reach out to me. I can always look into some opportunities with you. So that's pretty much it. Like I don't want to take away a lot of time, but as I said to you, it's just to give you a teaser of how related I am to you. I was just like you, and hopefully someday you are going to also talk about how you came from where you are today to what you are about to be. So inshallah, so that's pretty much it. Like and once again, for the organizers, it's amazing. I mean, on a virtual event attend course recently because of COVID, it's becoming a frequent. My stuffs are really boring. It's always about speaking and this and that, but this is amazing to see all these activities. So thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out to me as well.
থ্যাংক ইউ আসিফ ভাইয়া, অনেক ভালো লাগলো কথাগুলো শুনে, কারণ অনেক কিছু জানা গেল, অজানা তথ্য যেগুলো আগে জানা ছিল না, নতুন ইনফরমেশন জানার কারণে। এবং আশা করছি যে আমাদের কমিটির মধ্যে থেকে অনেকে এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপের দিকে ঝুঁকে যাবে, এবং they will also contribute greatly to the society here so that they can later contribute to the in a mass scale in Bangladesh as well. And thank you again.